What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Run My Crypto. Hopefully you guys are having the start of your amazing day or are already into the day. So this video, guys, is probably going to be one of the best when it comes to speaking on exactly what Jasmy has got going on for the future, guys. So my beliefs is a lot of venture capital companies are going to start looking at Jasmy just simply based on that partnership that they have with Panasonic, and a lot of detail behind that, guys. So Jasmy charts are also in an inverse head and shoulders pattern, guys, and they are specifically supposed to be locking up 100 million tokens for the month of April. So tons and tons of bullish sentiment, bullish information for Jasmy, guys. You don't want to miss out. Make sure, guys, you watch all the way through to the end, because we're also going to be talking about the secure PC for Jasmy and what that looks like, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that you could stay up to all the Run My Crypto videos coming out for this month of April, because you're not going to want to miss out. I'm going to be diving deep into Jasmy and basically trying to give you guys a great explanation behind what the project looks like when it's actually working systematically, guys. So this is not financial advice. This is just some education. Make sure, again, you guys watch all the way through the end, and make sure you guys are subscribed. You don't want to miss out. So let's get into it, guys. So just so you guys know, for the entire month of April, I'm going to be talking about Jasmy specifically and everything that is being relayed in the content, guys. I'm going to be putting that into the Patreon, guys, to allow you guys to have access to all the Jasmy information that I'm putting out, guys. So if you're interested, make sure you guys check out the 10X squad, guys, because you're not going to want to miss this, especially if you're trying to understand what Jasmy looks like as a project and then going forward into the future of technology behind data, guys. So, all right, so let's talk about it. I'm super bullish behind Jasmy's partnership with Panasonic, mainly because I feel that the partnership with Panasonic is actually going to take Jasmy and put a lot of eyes on it, especially when it comes to venture capital companies. Now, what venture capital companies are the ones that actually move the market. These are like whales in the cryptocurrency space. So whenever you say a huge pump and a huge buy based on the market, and you see a huge influx of money. So when you saw that 1 billion, it was like 1.2, 1.3 billion dollar market cap, that was basically a lot of big businesses coming into the market. And some of that money trickled into Jasmy, guys. And we did have, some huge significant gains coming from that 0.004 level. Now, when you talk about venture capital companies being invested, this is basically big institutional money. And there are tons and tons of big VC companies that are on the sidelines, essentially waiting to jump into projects. And honestly, when I heard that Panasonic was coming through with Jasmy, I started to feel extremely bullish in the sense of Panasonic is huge. And then when I found the article with BlackRock purchasing up more shares of Panasonic, it's like, well, did BlackRock know something that we didn't know? I mean, is it something that you got to read between the lines? And I kind of feel like it did, and if you guys don't know who BlackRock is essentially who took Bitcoin public, right? So BlackRock is the company that moved forward with bringing pretty much Bitcoin into the mainstream market, which also in turn basically, introduced cryptocurrency to the mainstream market. So everybody that was not aware of Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency space, with BlackRock and many other businesses introducing Bitcoin into the mainstream market, that essentially put cryptocurrency in that space, right? So people knew about Bitcoin, and they trickle into cryptocurrency because now cryptocurrency is mainstream based on Bitcoin being basically the key catalyst for digital currency in a fashion of traditional stocks. So that's crazy bullish when it comes to a company as big as BlackRock to be interested in purchasing more shares of Panasonic. Did they know what was going on behind the scenes before all this came out? If you know the positive behind Jasmy Hera's been traveling to a lot of different conferences, talking to many different people. So we already know that something's cooking up in the background, guys. So this is super bullish for Jasmy. And so with BlackRock really pushing into Bitcoin and BlackRock really buying, Panasonic shares, I look at it like this now. It's like, essentially BlackRock's moving, buying stuff, buying shares from Panasonic. BlackRock is a whale when it comes to literally any investing type of scenario. And it's huge, right? Because if BlackRock's buying into Panasonic, you're going to have, other whale investors that follow these huge movers, right? So you're going to see like investors, institutional investors follow in that lead, right? So if BlackRock has faith in Panasonic and you put everything together, with Jasmy being partners with Panasonic, building, the very main function of what Jasmy wanted, which was the IoT data democracy and the PDL locker, and essentially Panasonic is pairing up with Jasmy to make this happen, right? So it's not only data democracy, you're talking about data governance, you're talking about data solutions, you're talking about data management, data analytics, data integration. Basically paired together, Jasmy and Panasonic, they're going to create a structure that, basically would be the biggest ecosystem for data and IoT utilizing blockchain. And that's going to be a real home run hitter for Jasmy, basically on their platform, because they're putting together one of the biggest data projects that I don't think any cryptocurrency is doing something like that has a partnership, as big as Sony and as big as Panasonic. When it comes to breaking it down, you're talking about Sony executives that had spent massive amount of time with Sony, and then Panasonic technology coming into the picture. These guys are not out to lose, they're out to win, and they're going to win huge. So, just let that sink in, to get that visualization. So let's talk about what that looks like, into practice, or, what would that look like as far as, being able to use a platform like that. So let's talk about how that would look like, into practice, right? So Jasmy, basically, if you look at IoT, right? So that's basically, any type of transaction or anything you do to a computer. So I'll try to put it into the best perspective that I possibly can. And it starts with you opening up your laptop, opening up your computer. What you're going to do is essentially sign in, log into your computer, which is going to open access to the internet, or basically the World Wide Web. Now you go in, you log in, you visit a website. That website integrates with you and transact information with you. So let's say you went to Macy's online. You typed in, looking for some winter clothing, sweaters, etc., blah, blah, blah. Now you purchase those sweaters. And what happens is that once you log in, you sign in, and then you visit the Macy's website, then you check out. So then you put in all your data, all your information, your card numbers, etc. You make a transaction happen, and all that is captured on a centralized web-based network. Now, what happens on the other end is that you have companies who take that data, basically take your region where you live in, your zip code, your area code, whatever the case may be. They locate where you're at. Then they see, well, what is your interest as a person living in this region? They take that information, and for big companies like Google, Amazon, etc., they want to know, well, what are people in this specific area liking? What's trending? What are they buying the most? So Macy's as a company sells, or maybe I don't know who sells that information, that data, but somebody sells it, but it ain't you. That's what it's all about. So then they sell that, and then they make big money off of marketing your data, because your interest is a trend for data analysis, right? And then whoever makes that money selling your data, your information, they make that big money. And now what Jasmy's doing, and the way Jasmy's operating, is we go back to your laptop. You go log in through Jasmy's platform. Jasmy's platform is going to have an SDK running, which basically is the line from your computer to the PDL locker. So the PDL locker is basically going to intercept your data and your information and basically hold your information hostage to the benefit of you as a user. Then instead of on a centralized through blockchain technology and Internet of Things and us using the internet, Jasmy is going to be able to hold your personal data information into that locker, which now gives you the availability to sell to those customers like Google, Amazon, etc. And you make Jasmy in return to sell to those ones who really want to buy the information in your region, your data, your basically your interest in your, so they could see what's trending to help other big companies sell a lot more. So that's what Jasmy is essentially doing, like on the really thin just of things, right? So now you could take that Jasmy coin and based on whatever the market value is per Jasmy token is obviously going to be monetized, right? So you're monetized by selling your information or your data, and it's not personal information, it's information based on analytics of what business huge companies want to know about what you're buying and what you're selling and what, you know, all that information that helps basically boost the economy by you know, and businesses by being able to realize what you're interested in buying. So that's pretty much what it is, right? So the PDL locker is essentially what Panasonic and what Jasmy are building. They're using the SDK knowledge, and I believe they're even bringing in layer 2 of Junction and an optimism, I believe, to basically, and then AI integration as well. So it's basically going to take this project to the next big level, right? Because you're thinking, well, you know, if I use Jasmy's platform, then I could get paid by the data. But then this is going to expand out into something bigger, you know, especially as blockchain grows and as Panasonic gets deeper. And, you know, they also need to incorporate the secure PC. So now you could buy a PC and not have to worry about going into a platform, because I believe those PCs are going to have 100% access to that blockchain setup that Jasmy is going to be putting out there. So it's going to be big, and that's just one part of it, right? We're just talking about the whole Panasonic and Jasmy partnership, what they're trying to create and how beneficial that is going to be to you as a user. So that's a pretty big step. You know, and as we start to move forward in this process, the positive thing too is also, you know, you have this going into action. They put a 3 to 6 month timeline on it to be operational. So you're going to gain mad users picking up on Jasmy's platform. Not only that, you're going to have the first 100 million tokens locked up this month of April, then every other month after that. Now you put that together and there's just so much other things going on too, right? So we have the layer 2 Junction. Now Junction is a whole nother story, but you know, to hopefully you guys got the gist of what the IoT, the internet, basically to sum it up, to summarize it, it's you know, you're going from using a centralized web to a decentralized web. The blockchain is basically Jasmy's platform, basically running off of you know, a personal data locker that is going to create, whenever you go into this personal data locker, you're going to be able to create a personal identity through the PDL, and then, you know, that's going to basically log all your data and marry it to you. Then you're going to have the rights to your own data to be able to monetize off of that, sell it if you would like, and then capture a lot of data as you continuously use the platform, which is very beneficial for big companies to use. And there's a big scope that, you know, I would really confuse you if I just keep going deeper, but that's just the gist of it for Jasmy PDL locker with Panasonic. And then, you know, with Panasonic being involved, one of the biggest companies, I believe it's, you know, multi-billion dollar market cap. So this is pretty huge when you look at it. You know, it's basically a partnership with Sony and Panasonic under the umbrella of Jasmy. So this is pretty huge. This is really huge for Jasmy going forward. Guys, so I literally ran out of time talking about this. Make sure you guys are liked and subscribed because you'll get that notification. Hit that bell notification. We're going to continue on the next video, guys, talking about the secure PC. And we're going to also talk about the 100 million tokens being locked up. I believe based on some contract, you know, the Etherscan, and I got to check. But I want to say that I seen the 100 million already removed. But I need to verify that and check. So I'll do that for the next video, guys. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. Share this. If you got some information out of this and it was very valuable to you, pass it on to somebody who you care about, who is not invested in Jasmy and you want to invest in Jasmy. Hopefully you can use this as some leverage to get them to understand how Jasmy really operates, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this again, guys. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. And make sure you guys hit that 10x squad if you guys want to see, you know, more about investing in Jasmy and, you know, what other projects I'm bullish on. I really talk about Jasmy a lot, but I'm into a lot of other projects. So make sure you guys check out the 10x squad. There is literally a budget for everybody. I got packages as low as $12.99 a month and then up to $45 a month. But just check it out, guys. You get access to everything that's important. So appreciate you guys. Take care. Be blessed. Do your own research. And I'll see you guys on the next one.